Hi there, everyone. Welcome to episode 897 of the Mike from Maine show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show, we have Mark Bishop on, and we're going to be talking about how his partner, Trevor, a relative newbie, was able to go out there and for just $5 take a product and turn that into almost $9,000 in sales. And of course, we're going to be talking about how you can do the same by adding value for your customers. Let's get into it. Here's Mark. We are here today with Mark Bishop. Mark, welcome back to the show.
Hello, Mike. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm happy to have you here in my kitchen today.
Nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Mark, let's just hop right into this here.
Sure.
The product we're going to be talking about today is something that involves repackaging other products and making them even better. So I'm gonna go ahead and read up the headline and let you explain how this all works to us. It says here, Are you sitting on a $5 gold mine? Newbie Trevor, I pimped this nasty $5 product into $8,694.99, and I'll show you how to do the same. Don't worry, I was a newbie too until I did this. So stuff I'm seeing here, Mark, is turning $5 or $5 product into $8,649, and this is this wasn't you that did this, and we'll explain that in a bit how that works. It's your partner. Go for it.
My name's not Trevor, as we've just talked about. But I'm pretty qualified to actually speak about this because I've kind of worked with Trevor on this. So Trevor is a new guy, and he is pretty new to all of this. But that headline, it sounds crazy, Mike. I'm sure you'll agree. How can you take a $5 product and turn it into nearly $9,000? Well, what Trevor actually did was, like many people, was kind of tinkering on the edge, trying to find something that actually worked. And he started looking at PLR. So what we're talking about here is PLR, so that's private label rights. So he found a package which he liked the look at. And I'm sure, like an awful lot of people watching this right now, have got a ton of PLR sat on their hard drive. I know I have. And you tend to buy it. It looks great. And then when you look at it, it's just awful. A lot of it's just terrible.
Yeah, PLR, just for anyone that doesn't know, it's private label rights. It's stuff that it's a product. It can be a software. It can be an ebook. It can be anything. It's just relicensed, a product that's relicensed so that you can go out there and you can sell it. And depending upon how the license works on it, there are different ones. But most of the time, you can kind of put your own name on it and do what you want with it.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's also, we kind of discussed this before the call, but it's like not having a blank canvas, really. It's like having a start. So you've got all of the elements there that you can kind of expand on. And what Trevor did is he purchased this PLR package, which in this case was videos. I think if I remember rightly, it was all about hashtags and how to drive traffic through the use of hashtags. And so he purchased this PLR product. It cost him $5, and anybody can do the same. You read the sales page; it'll say that you can get these PLR products anywhere, and you can. So $5, he took it, and then he took it apart. Now Trevor's got his own way of doing this, which is kind of explained in Pimpr. But what he did is he took each piece and he kind of expanded on that because PLR initially. It's kind of just a core element, if you like. It's quite basic, but you can have those basic elements really, and you can kind of expand on those, which is what Trevor did. So he turned what was like a mediocre PLR product into something of value, which he was able to later sell, and he sold an awful lot of units. And the result of that was nearly $9,000. So, It's something that anybody can do, Mike. I know there's so many courses that teach you how to make $10 a day, or $5 here, $10 there, and you've got to do this and you've got to do that. With this, it's more about taking something, expanding on that, adding value, and then selling an awful lot of those products. at the end of the day, being a product vendor, somebody that owns a product and is able to sell that is kind of where the real money is, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at my show, I've done almost 900 episodes now, and if you look at the common thing that each guest has is that they have their own products that they're selling. And you were talking before about how a lot of people, when they know, they've been told so many times, you need to have a product to sell, you need go from being a buyer to becoming a seller. But when you have that blank kind of screen in front of you and you're sitting there and you're going, okay, I'm new at this. What am I going to teach? I can't teach how I'm making $1 million a day doing whatever. I can't. I don't know how to program software. I don't have the budget to go out there and pay someone to develop software for me. I can't really take that risk. This is probably the least amount of risk that you're going to take, and you're going to learn so much by doing it as well. You're going to get your feet wet. It's just, I think that for anyone that's getting started, this is a great first step. But as long as you're adding value to it, I want to touch on that as well. The way that Trevor does this, he's not just like taking a bunch of PLR and throwing it together and then like saying, "Hey guys, go buy this," and selling it.
Yeah. I mean, from the outside, somebody looking in and think, well, I just buy this PLR and I can just rebrand it, recover it, get a $5 recover made and sell it. That isn't what Trevor does here. What he does is he actually takes it, he understands it, and then he expands on that and adds value. And that's how he was able to make, the kind of money that he actually made here. So he's not selling junk. He's selling, by the time he's actually selling this, it's an actual product of value that actually provides value to anybody that actually purchases it. So, I mean, like I say, these PLR products, they're everywhere. If you buy one that's fairly recent, it can be anything. I mean, in Trevor's case, it was videos, but it could be, like you said, it could be software. It could be in text form, like a PDF or something like that. But, as long as you're adding value and you kind of understand that method, you can then sell it on.
And you would be surprised when people think of PLR. Usually, it has a negative connotation with it. They think PLR.
Yeah, there's great stuff out there.
There's great stuff out there. Yeah. You'd be surprised of what people will offer with resale rights to. I mean, even my partner and I, Brett, when we do launches, a lot of times we'll give agency resale rights, and it's not PLR. But it is the right to go out there and to resell our products. And you could take one of those products and you could actually put it into a sales funnel. You could take PLR that's related to that and have that PLR as the front end product, and then use one of our resale rights, one of our agency resale rights products as an OTO in a sales funnel. I'm sure a lot of you out there have white label bonuses that you've gotten from people. There's a lot of bonuses being offered out there, and you have the rights to go out there and resell those. You might already have everything that you need on your desktop, and you might not even have to spend you guys talk about spending $5.
Well,
you might not need to.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, you're spot on, Mike. I mean, we said $5 because that is what Trevor spent. He spent the $5 on this product, and then he turned it into nearly $9,000. But I mean, you've probably got a ton of PLR just sat there on your hard drive. I know I have, and it's just sat there doing nothing. There's like a point in time when you think, oh, that'd be great. I'll get that and I'll do something with it, and then you never do. It's just sat there. It's not doing anything for you, but it can do.
As far as I think, if I was watching this right now, I'd be thinking, okay, like I put this together, I take it, I make it better, I make it into something of value, which Trevor teaches in the course, and then I go to sell it. How am I going to get the traffic to it?
How are you going to get the traffic? Well, the way Trevor did it was to actually use leverage. So he put a great course together based on the PLR, and then he used leverage. So what he did was actually partner up with somebody. Somebody says he could leverage their authority, leverage their list. Really, that whole leverage thing allowed Trevor to sell, as many of the as many units as he actually did. And it's something that absolutely anybody can do. It sounds difficult, but Trevor was a complete newbie, and he was able to do this. It's just you kind of want to you want to actually go out there and do it. I mean, if you contact people, you can do this. Everything that Trevor did is inside of the course, and yeah, I mean, basically leverage. But there's lots of other ways in which you could do it. You could use advertising, for example. I know we're going to talk about upsells later, but in upsell one, there's a video in there which is going to cover how to soft launch these products. Mm-hmm. So essentially, you'll be using paid advertising, but on a specific platform which will allow you to drive buyers and affiliates to your product. So that's a way that you can kind of do it without using leverage, if you like.
As far as time and money goes, Mark, is it going to take a lot of time to get this all set up?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that this isn't one of those things where you press a button and the next day your product is turned into a saleable item. It isn't that. It's kind of product development, if you like. So you start with the core elements, and then you have to spend the time, expanding on those and building the value in. It's not going to happen in a couple of days,
I think the dishes are clean.
Ready for breakfast.
Ready for breakfast.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it's a push button thing. It's not going to happen overnight. So what you could do is you could go and buy a course that will make you $10 every couple of days or something like that. Or you could do something like this. Now, Trevor did this. It took him a little while to put it together. It kind of depends on how quick you work and how much value you want to build in. It's more about time than it is about money. Obviously, you're going to need your hosting, domains, that kind of thing. But apart from that, it's more to do with actually putting your time in to getting that product to a point in which it's providing value, if you like. So kind of like putting a product together, but
not having to start from the beginning and not having to create the whole thing.
So yeah, I mean, this is a great way. Essentially, it's a great way of becoming a product vendor, but without having to start from scratch.
It's almost a cheating way of becoming a product vendor.
It is cheating, really. But like you quite rightly said, Mike, I mean, there are terrible PLR products out there, but there are also good PLR products out there. And those good ones, they can actually teach you as well. So while you are putting those together and understanding the process, you'll understand an awful lot more. And that will allow you to sort of take those products forward and expand on them.
Okay, so before we move on to the OTOs, we already kind of touched on a little bit here, but as far as the front end product goes, the one that they see on the sales page, I know it's going to be ridiculously inexpensive.
Yeah.
What are they going to get inside of it if they pick it up?
Sure. Okay. So the front end is a PDF. So, that's document form. So you'll be reading it, but it's everything. And it's also including Trevor's case study. So, there's a lot of stuff out there and you don't know if it's quite right. You don't know whether to believe it or not. Trevor actually did this. The case study is built in there. You'll actually be able to check it yourself. It's, it's in the public domain. But it's Trevor's complete system. So how he was able to take this PLR, what he did in order to flip it into something of value. The steps are there so anybody can go through it and kind of emulate what Trevor did. He's also taken, he's kind of gone past the process and he's showing you how he's making money daily after launching that product. Mm-hmm. So you get all of that. I think it's about 45 pages, the actual process itself. There's also a Facebook mastermind group. There's also a cheat sheet. So I know a lot of people don't like reading all that stuff. They just want to get started, today really. So there's a cheat sheet in there, which is essentially a quick start. So all of that in there, and remarkably cheap.
Okay, so that's the front end offer. You touched on the OTO already, but if you can just go through them again, I just want to be clear on all of them. So
sure.
I think you've got 3 OTOs in.
Yeah, so OTO 1. OTO 1 is the whole thing, but kind of in video format. So a lot of people don't really like reading through documents, reading through PDFs. So if you prefer to learn via video, then all the videos are in OTO 1, and Trevor takes you through each step. He also shows you proof, case study, that kind of thing in video format. As well as that, we did touch on it. It's something that we're calling affiliate and buyer tap. And that's another video which touches on how to actually drive traffic, get buyers, get affiliates without having to connect with other people, if you like. So kind of soft launching. It's not free. It's a paid method using a high traffic platform, but it's pretty much guaranteed to actually get you traffic to your offers.
Okay, so that's the first OTO.
That's
Second?
the first one. Second one is, we've kind of never done this before, but it's basically mini coaching. That's kind of the way I'm kind of looking at it. So, a ton of people buy stuff and they don't actually do anything with it, Mike.
Unfortunately.
It's like that, sort of 5% of anybody that buys anything will ever actually do anything with it, which is a shame.
I'm like that too, Mark. I have like a camera and a tripod system that I bought, and I haven't even used it yet. It's been sitting there for like 3 months. So I think we all do it.
We all do it. But, it is a shame. I mean, this is an actual system which, it's out there. Anybody can do this, and it's something that it can make you a great deal of money, as Trevor actually made. But what we're providing here is coaching. So you'll get access to a closed Facebook group, but you'll also get live coaching on a weekly basis. So it's only 4 weeks, but over those 4 weeks, Trevor will break down each step. It'll be myself and Trevor doing the coaching. So Trevor is obviously an expert in Pimpr, whereas I'm more of an expert in kind of launching products, leverage, that kind of thing. So between the two of us, we're going to show customers how to actually get those products out there, get them done, give them tasks, accountability, that kind of thing. So, hoping to really push some people forward, get them making money.
Okay, so that's OTO 2. I think you've got one last one.
Yeah, OTO 3 is Trevor's private members club. And what this is, there's a lot of people that love the idea of something and they'll jump on and then they'll think, how do I do this? How do I do that? And, some of the basics, a lot of people kind of forget about the basics and, setting up hosting, setting up autoresponders, APIs, that kind of thing. All the little aspects that we all need in place in order for an online business to kind of work, really. So, if that's you, then Trevor's put together a membership platform. I think at the moment, it's about 47 lessons, but it covers everything from basics right through to advanced. So there's case studies in there. He takes you through what he does daily in order to make additional income. So, even after Pimpr, even after he made nearly $9,000 from that $5 product, he kind of leveraged what he did there, the contacts he made, and, he's able to sort of make money on a daily basis from that. So if you're kind of interested in that, then that's all there as well.
Again, Mark, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything that we missed, anything you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
I think we're pretty much done there, Mike. But, this is one of those things. I guess you can be one of those people that wants to make $10 a day, or you can be somebody that wants to actually put value in and make a good deal of money, become a vendor. And this is kind of where it starts. Being an affiliate is fine. Doing this, becoming a vendor, is so much better, so much more rewarding, and of course, so much more profitable. So, if this is something that your viewers would like to do, and I'm sure many of them would be, then this is a great start. It's something that you can get up and running with. You're not going to buy it today and make money tomorrow, but you can buy a PLR product today. You can understand it. You can expand on it. And then within a month you can be re-releasing this product and you can be making a great deal of money from it. And it's a fantastic start. And of course, the case studies there. So, you can check that out. $5 into nearly $9,000. And, Trevor would be the first to admit he's borderline newbie. Before he did this, he was, he was a complete newbie. So kind of anybody can do it, Mike.
Awesome. Again, thank you so much for coming on the show and best of luck with your launch.
Thanks for having me on, Mike.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Mark. If you are interested in picking up Pimpr at its lowest price, you're going to want to come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, March 2nd. You're going to be able to get it at its lowest price along with my special bonuses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.